Welcome to the Wilderness Podcast. How you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, we are back tonight. How you guys doing? All right, show tonight, America on Defense show. Oh yeah, seems like there was some changes being made. Uh, some voting that had taken place for the country. Seems like people are starting to understand what it means to take care of each other a little bit. So we just see how far it goes. I'm um, I'm a little optimistic about everything that's going on and how things are going to fall out. You know, if people keep pushing in this direction, some people may end up in prison. But anyway, America is on the fence show. And we on the fence in every way too. And it's crazy how we got to be on such the fence simply because of how uh, basically weird, everybody is treating kind of everybody. When we on this show, we pretty much gotta let you know how you gotta we're gonna treat people with dignity and respect, and we're gonna. But if people want their ass handed to them, we can do that too. You understand what I'm saying? So, but we try to stay away from the negative and try to step into the positive aspects of how we want to handle ourselves. That's what counts. So the thing is, last night we had some conversations about you know your intricacies, your intermediaries, how you think about yourself and what you give reverence and praise to. I think a lot of that should be misconstrued is why a lot of you have a reprobated way of action. You don't think good about waking up about it. Every day that you wake up, you're not optimistic about what you can get accomplished. And I think that's because you haven't tapped into yourself far and good enough to have that internal reservation that makes you excited about the next day, life, and what you can get accomplished. But I think some people have fixed people and fixed themselves in ways to uh, feel boxed in, unchallenged, safe, comfortable. I hope you're realizing these are not the fucking times for any of that. It's time to renew your thoughts. It's time to get stronger. It's time to practice some disciplines. See, if you think about, and if you watch the Willis podcast, and shout out to my people that really do get down and watch the podcast. Love you, appreciate you. You mean the world to me, and thank you so much. But in the meantime, you have to understand, in the midst of it all, what are you doing anything that you're doing for if you're not focused on something? If you're not equipped to do something for yourself, for your family, for your community, for somebody else other than yourself. But hold on, can you even take care of yourself? Are you equipped to take care of yourself? Are you with a family structural unit that you thrive and survive on? You think about it. This day and age, you got young folks. They say you used to be able to buy a house when you was at 29. I did because I bought a house when I was 28 when I was in my time, my era. That's my first house. Then bought another house and another house. But these days, they're saying the only people that can buy a house, they got to be somewhere in their 40s. But usually when I grew up, you could be able to buy a house like a couple of years out of college or a couple of years or a couple of years out of the military, something like that. Depending on your skill set and how you have positioned yourself and set yourself up for success. That still does exist. I mean, I know quite a few of my partner's daughters and sons. They have done well, purchased properties, and and some of them fuck ups. Some of them just gullible. Man, and then you got Damn, you remember when like I tell you, America's on the fence, man. I mean, with everything is on the fence. Remember when the Venezuelans and Nicaraguans, whoever, I don't want to blame, well, it was a South American country. They was robbing NBA players, sneaking up in their houses, robbing because these cats were sleeping with these little exoticals. You know what I'm saying? So they go into these countries, these passport bros, all this shit going on. These people are in such close circumference with each other. You wouldn't want to be involved with them if you knew what the hell was really going on with them. You dig? But they live a really kind of a very global, pretty nasty lifestyle. I know if the shit I was able to do at the time when I was, my prime, my younger days when I was, coming up, all the money they got and all the access they got, they can do anything that their little filthy fucking minds desire. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I got away with a lot of shit myself in that particular, time in my life. I'm not even, I'm married. I live a good life. Got a daughter. I live a straight up and, solid life, but I'm always on the fence, if you understand what I mean. So when I tell you America's on the fence, everybody's on the fence about everything. My daughter been sick for 2 days. You know what I'm saying? When she's sick, we don't get a whole lot of sleep. We got to monitor. We got to stay alert. We got to there are things that you have to kind of help in. Making sure everybody's healthy, keep everybody healthy, so everybody's on the fence. So I can tell you what you can do to defend yourself internally, men and women. Come up with you a health regimen, please. Since you're on the fence, this is just this is a public announcement. Get you a health regimen. You cannot get everything you need out of food. I don't give a damn how healthy you think it is. You can't get with everything you need from it. You need a health regimen, meaning you need to take supplements and vitamins. Supplements and vitamins. Herbs and plants that, you know what I'm saying? Ain't one of them, they ain't not one of them. What did you think I'm talking about? I'm talking about like moringa, soursop. You know, you got sea moss, Irish sea moss. You have yellow dog root. You have beets. You can take, beets. Red beets. It's a whole lot of antioxidants and a whole lot of value into these things. You always, I prefer to go the natural route with actually buying the things that you can grind up into a powder so you can put it in your smoothie. A lot of these things that you can study the ingredients and how to actually make your own concoctions. But it's a lot of health principles in these type of herbs and elements because it can keep you away from those pills that would kill you. What you want to do is kind of participate in some natural healing elements, kind of, and it's easy to find out now. You can even ask Chat GTP. You know what I'm saying? What are the elements that I need to, heal if you got high blood pressure? Use everything that you can use. And that's why I don't, a lot of people say about my references and things of that nature. You can ask Chat GTP, and I'm like, they may sound just like me. I read a lot. And we have, in this household, we have a lot of very educational discussions about how to, better ourselves, and especially from an inside-out perspective, because this is this podcast, but an inside-out perspective, because it allows you to have a sharper mind, eat healthier, have a cleaner gut. That's how you get rid of your negative thoughts. You don't have those negative elements and negative thoughts running around your head because you're eating healthy. You don't have all those bad chemical reactions that are running around in your gut out of control because you don't have you need some probiotics, and then a lot of people get so sick because they take antibiotics and they rid themselves of all the good bacteria in their gut. Another thing that can make you sick. So if anybody takes those things, which is why you should take herbs. And always takes always take herbs and minerals and those things. Even black seed oil, and good oil, oregano oil, black seed oil. It comes in a gel cap. Take those. It helps with your lungs. Your kidney, your liver functionality, everything that you need to take. You need to take something that's going to renew your internal organs. Rid your body of all of the cogs and the stoppages and all of those things. You want your blood flowing, so you got to keep moving too. You got to do the other side of the work that is called working out. You don't even have to do anything so drastic. It's just watching your eating habits and this is defense. This is America on defense. Because you remember at one point in time how America was extremely obese. America's slimming down. Maybe because it's necessary. It's time to start moving again. It's not the time to get lazy. It's time to start generating your health. Generating your health is that generation wealth. So your body has to keep moving in order for you to keep taking care of yourself. America is on defense. We're on defense. Being lazy, sorry. America's this. Just a bunch of fat asses. Now it's time to get moving. It's time to operate differently. Yeah, I'm not picking and making fun of anybody. None like that. But what I'm really is advising you on how to, shred your bad manners, shred your bad habits, and shred your bad thinking. That's called stinking thinking. Your brain secretes that shit into your body. That shit gives you diseases. A dis-ease in here ends up a dis-ease in here. Here goes to here. Here goes to here. When you have dis-ease that's going on in your brain, that secretion is going to leak down into your body. And those are the things that clog you because all of these things are connected. If you keep a clean, clear brain housing group, the secretion is going to be power and truth and reciprocity and appreciation and humility, things that you can correct because you understand how to use your brain housing group. Now remember how I always tell you about internal, what you take from the outside in, what you internalize, that shit come from the outside. That ain't some shit you did. That's some shit you accept and you take into you. So what does that do to your brain, which you can't see, smell, touch, taste? That's what the tools are for. So you don't think it's important for you to understand what you intake? You cannot be serious. But that's you and your habits and what you want to intake. What does it serve you? How does it serve you? Are you in control? Nope. Not when your ass got all that bullshit you take in. What you should be taking in is things that you can use to defend yourself, like knowledge about yourself, acceptance about your bad habits, acceptance about your mediocrity, acceptance about your willingness to accept bullshit. There's nobody's fault but yours. So if you ever want to take defense to that, you should have done a better job of defending yourself. If you got to get defensive about what I just told you, that's your damn fault, not mine. So again, the wonderful part about being is just that you can be. You don't need approval when you are pursuing the better elements of yourself And you put up a defense when you find people that are trying to make adversity. And what I tell you about adversity, run through that motherfucker. Run through it. So if they start forming, you start running through it. They can't even get their shit together before you through their ass. Get your shit together. You can't even see me. I'm already done with you. You understand? You understand? That's over with. It's finished. It's cooked. But you're on to the next. That's the positive, brighter side of that equation. You're on to the next thing. You done with it. You through with it. You that shit is out your way. But understand, don't drop your guard because we're on the fence. What are we defending ourselves against? All bad actors. All bad actors. That's who we're defending ourselves against. We got a lot of them. A lot of them that pose to be some that they not, some that they can't even prove to be, but they say they is. It's a lot of people like that. Uh-huh. They choose a point without even the the ability to defend themselves. You just choose it, and you just say you're gonna walk out on that, but your roots, your foundation, the shit ain't good. You're peaking. See right through you. You don't even know it. Like my boy Dirty Red say, your ass down bad and you don't even know it. Oh shit. No. That's a motherfucking front. You down bad and you don't even know it. You just acting like that. I'm telling you, we on the fence. But if you can't defend yourself, your ass is down bad. Listen, I refuse downtrodden, but we have to be realistic about our equations and our situations. You have to figure out ways to not be affected by certain apparatuses. You have to practice a form of redundancy. And in as many forms as redundancy that you can pretty much implement in your life, the better for your life. Yeah, it's a powerful tool. Very powerful tool. They say you can clone, but if you have redundancy around you, you can damn sure preserve yourself a fuck ton longer. Yeah, you get one you should preserve you. Take care of you. Never talk negative again about you. Never. Don't do that. That's blasphemy. That's really the only sin. And then you got people running around talking about, I'm a dirty as a filthy rag. I gotta be renewed. No, you renew every day. Can't nobody renew you but you. The baptism takes place every time you bathe and go to sleep and you renew. When the body takes its natural course of action every day and you prepare yourself for those actions, that's when you renew. But if you got those heavy loads that you're carrying from yesterday, and the day before that, and the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that, all your fucking life you've been carrying that load, you're gonna look old, you're gonna look bad, you want it sometimes, you don't want it, you're gonna pick and choose, your ass be schizophrenic and crazy. Choose to move forward. Fuck yesterday. You can reflect on it, you can remember it, you can appreciate it, you can appreciate going through it, but today in the present is what matters today. What matters now? Now, what matters? That's what the fuck matters, right? Now, that's what matters. Nothing else matters. How you can pivot and move forward right now, specifically today, is the rest of your actual life. I know so. I practice these things. That's realization. That's practicing realization. Real time, the present. Yeah, right stinking now. At this very moment, you can change your life by understanding the power is within you. You just got to go within, stop pretending, stop acting like you got it, and actually participate in the journey of learning yourself. It's okay. It's fine. You just have to pursue and be true to you. It's about right. Yeah. That's fitting, isn't it? So I know sometimes we want to vibe out, listen to music, but it's Wednesday, and I'm not gonna hold y'all too long tonight, but I just want to let you know that, actually paying attention to your actual course of actions in life every day is very beneficial. It allows you the probabilities of more possibilities. There's more opportunities. You understand? The jobs are here if your thought process is possible. If you keep listening to the news and telling them how awful and fucking terrible and awful it is, you're gonna think that way. Stop thinking that way. Keep moving unilaterally, but always moving forward. Dodge them fucking bullets. Get out the way of the negativity. It's no good for the mental. You understand? Shit is. It may sound. I hope it doesn't sound complex. I hope it sounds extremely simple. I'm trying to work on keeping things simple so that we can maintain, some form of rapport. Because when I get the call in, I want you to be able to follow me. And I want to be able to listen to you too. I hope we understand each other before I start taking live calls and accepting live calls and see how that's gonna see how that's gonna go fall out. We're gonna do that. We're gonna get into it. I'm excited about that as well too. So just got to keep it in the road, keep it pushing forward, and see what we got. Because this show is self funded. I fund it myself. I don't take no. You don't see Cash App up there. You don't see. You don't see donation. There's donation. You don't see none of that shit. None of it. You see me out here doing what I do because this is what I want to do. This is what I do. Can't you tell? I'm just trying to share. I just wanted to open up like the floodgates. Yeah. But anyway, America is on defense. I've been, if you check out the last few shows, I've been telling you how we're on defensive relationships. Motherfuckers going ham, man. I went to my old neighborhood. I'm telling you, that shit was like extremely different. People, different energies. Relationship went bad. See, they had some motherfuckers out there living like savages. Wouldn't even put a trash bag in their house. They take fucking food and throw it in the trash can like fucking animals. Shit like just nasty, despicable shit. So I'm like, man, that's why on this podcast, I'm asking, how you treat your peoples, how you treat your children, how do you treat your spouse, how do you treat your brothers and your sisters, how do you treat your kids, parents. See, the thing is, can't neither one of my parents tell me I treat them bad. Not even my mother, and we don't even get along like that. And that's fair. Love it. It's too egoic. This story extends with so many men. Hey, brother, I'm with you. I feel you. I go through the same thing. It's just so many of us because you got a lot of teddy babies out here that say, "Whoa, man, please, you a grown ass man." The last time I heard in any manuscript of scripture. When you get married, shit, that's it. You're supposed to cling to your wife, right? That's what you're supposed to do. That's defending, honoring, caring, being what a husband is supposed to be. Delightful, wonderful, champion to your family. If you can't defend that, you can't defend that honor, you ain't no motherfucking man, you can't defend nothing. If you would take your mama side or your sisters and your mama side over your wife, you're a low life. You're a coward. You're a loser. You're a fool. You're silly. You're silly minded. No one can take you seriously. And I promise you, your ass will be divorced. Your wife would never respect your ass. Never in life can you create something and shut the door on it. Never in life can you create something and walk away from it like some cowards do. Only if you're provoked. But when you get it as good as me, I think that would be, oh God, foolish. Walking away from life force that you get everything that you need from, plus some. Hey, that's a winning equation, baby. That ain't no losing situation. But when you have formidable, diabolical measures that be taking, that some of your family can take to even take something away from you, man, that's you the bitch ass loser. Can't happen here. Those are for the weak minded and for the weak. That behavior is for the weak. Well, I tell you, when you build something, keep building. Sometimes people run out of time to keep on, redoing shit, rebuild. Take control of your life, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. When you're in a relationship, you want to keep it about you and that other person. Everybody else can be null and void. They don't have no input. They don't have no real position nowhere or how. You better tell people to mind their motherfucking business. America's on the fence. That's the show tonight, people. Thank you for tuning in. I love you. I appreciate you. Don't forget, share, like, watch, subscribe. And hit that bell icon. Remind you when I'm on and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button too. I appreciate you if you hit the like button. What's wrong with hitting the goddamn like button? Appreciate it. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too. But anyway, okay. That's the show tonight. Might do another one, might not. But I think you get my point with this. America's on the fence because we have to be. Yeah. It's wild out here. I wanted to do a show with Bookshare later, but I just thought I'd say I appreciate America being on the fence. And it looks like we got a little, there's some blood pumping around here somewhere. It looks like we're going to get a little bit more fireworks. Like it's going to be some people going to get some things that need to go their way. And, all this chaos may come to some form of a minimum. I ain't giving nobody no praise. It's too early. It's too soon. And I don't trust shit. But anyway, that's the show tonight. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you. And remember, always remember this. The will is go. These, my people.